And we're back with another Rock Boys Wrestling podcast. I'm your boy Dave C.O. Coles.
Hey, you already know it's King Matt the King. You already know Crash Out Boys, whatever it is, Headache Gang, all that shit. We here.
Season 2, episode number 51. And it just happened to be the Raw After Mania. What do you think about this Raw After Mania? Because
Raw After Mania was a night.
definitely.
If you don't remember it, you will.
Yeah, this started a lot. Tonight started a lot of things.
As it should have, though. This is literally what you do after every Raw. This is how you. After every Mania, this is how you start off the week.
Yes.
Fresh storylines, fresh rivalries. You don't lots of chaos.
Lots of chaos. Some returns. Like Matt said, just starting off storylines left and right. Like, yo, we had like 4 storylines start tonight. Easy.
And they teased some shit too.
Oh, they teased a lot. They teased us a lot.
Boy, got us like a motherfucker.
Triple H.
Man.
Listen, last year Matt was there. It was trash. This year is what you supposed to be. This is when you know Vince McMahon hand ain't in nothing. Not to say his hand was in nothing last year, but
I mean,
it might have been.
It was in them text messages.
Oh boy, here you go. Hey, well, you know, just don't.
That's how I rebound for you out here trying to mention that bullshit. We ain't gonna mention that bullshit no more.
I mean, it might be in the text message, but you might not be recording it and showing it to other people. Shannon Sharp.
Hey, no.
It's getting wild out here in these streets, bro.
That ain't crazy. Let me just say this now, dog. He tried to put himself in the clear by keeping his receipts, but he clearly was be bucketball naked, getting tongued out through that asshole. No dead.
Shit.
Yeah.
They coming for you, nigga.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that's what she had, John.
Yeah. But back to wrestling. Listen, night started off with John Cena promo. First of all, now, before we get into Monday Night Raw, the Pat McAfee show is becoming the pre-show for Monday Night Raw. John Cena was a gem. Paul Heyman was a gold mine.
Man, you know, he was a diamond mine. Fuck gold.
Yeah, he was on 10. He was on 10, man.
Yeah, if everybody listening says he sucks, just know he learned it from your mom.
Learned it from your mom.
That was crazy, dog.
Told him he going back across the border.
Yo, that was crazy, dog.
Then said what? The Shannon Sharp line.
He said, "Man, look, if we can say whatever the hell we want on this podcast. Shit, you say, you know, you can." They're like, talk about Pat. Shit, he came at Stephen A. too.
Well, that was just.
Well, he didn't even come out. He name dropped.
Yeah, that was just talking shit.
That's New York love for real.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp. That was a shot fired.
Yeah.
Listen, if y'all haven't seen it, please go back and I don't really promote other people's podcasts, but go back and watch that. And watch the Cena one too, because Cena has some good gems in there too. Cena was talking a lot. He wouldn't really go into his character, but he talked about the other people around, what's going on in the business.
Talk about that bullshit y'all said about his hair too.
My boy got hair transplant. He's staying on it too.
He said, "Fuck y'all."
Yeah, y'all ain't no real fans. Y'all ain't even telling.
They told him.
They definitely told him. They trolled him. They trolled him, but they ain't really telling. That's what he said. He said, if y'all was real fans, y'all would have put him to the side. Y'all have said something instead of just yelling, Cena got a bald head. Cena got a bald spot.
They told him.
That's why
every make a wish, they wish for some hair.
Well, they got it now.
I'm one of them right now because Cena definitely not happy with me, but I don't give a fuck.
Man, still number 17.
Number
The
17,
real champion.
the real champion.
Let's get into Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw started off with John Cena, the GOAT himself, as he's calling himself. Is he GOAT? Is he the GOAT, man?
Cena's one of them.
Mount Rushmore.
Cena's one of them. He's definitely on there.
He's on Mount Rushmore for sure.
By all means.
And I don't just mean WWE. I mean wrestling.
All around.
Yeah.
John Cena is definitely on there.
John Cena is definitely.
You can't think of WWE and not think of him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're right. No, I don't. Hey, if you don't listen, I was never the biggest Cena fan, but I respected what he did in the wrestling ring.
Dave,
what?
Since you asked that question,
What's up? What?
How many times will Cena be a Hall of Famer? We already know he's a Hall of Fame. I'm not going to ask that question. I'm going to take it to another level.
How many times? Do you count matches as Hall of Fame?
Yup. Because they do. Because clearly they already do.
But they ain't give him no ring for it, though.
It don't matter. Bret Hart's the first three-time Hall of Famer.
Yeah, they just give you the bus to take home. See, I think what they're gonna end up doing is gonna go from matches to feuds. Because if you really think about it, it's really feuds. I mean, don't get me wrong. Cena got good matches too. Cena got some dog matches. But that number is you just times 17 times. Fuck it. I mean, Cena's gonna be in there a lot, bro. Cena's gonna be in there.
I just give him 5. I just give him 5 times. I just give him 5.
I just being smart said 17.
I know.
But if you really think about it, off the top of my head, the Bray Wyatt and him goes in there.
Does it?
Bro, and then it makes even more sense now. What are we getting now?
Oh. Bray prophesies everything. And I just want you to know this now, that's where everything in me channels from.
So that's why I believe that match goes in.
Well, can I ask you another question? If you believe about somebody, do you believe in...
Yeah, I believe in Randy Orton.
Because that feud would definitely be nominated as well for a Hall of Fame and the rivalry.
Well,
and it just reignited tonight.
Let's get back into it. So tonight, Cena went out there and cut a crazy promo. I mean, Cena's smoking the fans, bro. Even if you cheer for him, he's still gonna make you boo for him. He don't care.
Why? He don't want you to get no clickbait moment. He's gonna make the clickbait moment.
Yes.
I loved that last night, and I loved it even more that he kind of, again, did everything he needed to do tonight.
He letting you know that I run the show.
But I will say this, though. John, as he does in his matches, talks too much at times.
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday.
And he definitely kept mentioning the real champion is he. He said it like twice.
Yeah. Just for Orton to show up. Seeing Orton pop up, I mean, of course, we talked about it. It's in St. Louis. It makes all the sense.
It's gotta happen.
It makes all the sense in the world. The feud is back on. I'm with it.
However, dynamics have flipped.
Dynamics have flipped a lot. A lot. Randy, this is where you get the heel versus the baby. I mean, heel versus the face. A lot in this feud because Randy is the face.
Yeah.
And most of the time when they always feuded, it was all the way around.
No, all the time they feuded, it was all the other way. Yeah. To the point where Felix, if y'all don't really know his real name, Felix Sr. was the one that got his ass punted.
Yeah.
John's dad, if y'all don't know. Got his ass punted by Orton. Yeah, we went that extreme, and Orton was a menace back then.
Yeah.
Orton has been hearing voices lately. He's smelling number 15 as the Viper, do you not think he's going to go for this opportunity? Do you not think that he's going to take this chance? The Apex Predator is here for Cena, the last undisputed champion. The people's champion.
Yeah, I mean that's what he calls himself.
People's champion.
I just don't like when Cena said he's the last of that cloth when you still have Randy sitting around, because he's not.
Not even just that. It's like to say he's the real one and to really just kind of brush over 1,400 days. I need him to acknowledge somebody.
We get to him. We get to him later on.
We will, but like I said, this feud is definitely what we have all wanted. Of course, once we've seen it that they were in St. Louis for Backlash, and they put out a poster, we knew what route it was going to go. We've been calling it for months. I know I have, and so therefore we know what feuds we needed out of Cena being a champion. We knew what feuds we were going to wind up getting.
Right.
Now, I will say this. And this is a potential spoiler, guys. We know how I think. Do not think for a second that the powers from above will not assist Cena in winning at Backlash, because they did not really help out at Mania.
Are you talking about?
I'm talking about one entity,
Dwayne,
that did not show up at all. We have not seen him since Elimination Chamber.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I am talking about Dwayne The Rock, the final boss Johnson.
I don't like the way that ended. That sounded kind of cringy.
What, the final boss?
Johnson.
Oh, no did. But you get my point. It's. I think it'll be the biggest surprise to see him there, but it's also going to be one of John's biggest foes. And so that the only way you kind of help and make Randy still look strong is by interfering in some type of fashion. He don't give a fuck about no Travis Scott. He'll RKO a Travis Scott.
He's eating the RKO.
As he ate at Crossroads. But definitely expect Orton and Rock to somewhat cross paths with this feud.
I can see that.
Potential spoiler.
I can see that for sure. I can see that. Let's get into the tag team match, the women's tag team match. I did not like this at all.
You didn't like it? I liked it, but I didn't like the story that they were kind of telling. I will say this right now. I have become a fan of Lyra. With exception of the bird shit, as I will say it on a weekly basis. I don't give a fuck about no bird shit. And the fact that we had a whole bunch of fucking feathers last night.
A whole bunch tonight in the ring.
And even fucking more tonight was fucking ridiculous. But you can kind of tell that Raquel is so fucking, oh man,
lost.
No, really, like it's bad. I hate saying it, so I really hate saying it. It's because it's like you want her to succeed, but you really don't want Liv to carry majority of the match. But she's the only one that really is.
I have no choice. She's the workhorse.
And mind you, I really want to like the pairing.
Because if you look at it, if you just look at them two, it looks like they should work. You got the big and the little,
and
blah, blah, boom, 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 all that.
You know what it reminds me of a lot? Xbox and Kane.
Yeah.
Big Show and Jericho.
Jericho.
Yeah. Omos and AJ.
Yeah, because you got the big colossal person, and you got the little worker.
Right.
But
and I mean, in all seriousness, they look like AJ and Omos.
No, you're right. No, I like the comparison. I like everything you just said. That makes perfectly sense.
AJ would do the work. Omos just did the power spot.
Yeah, just a big man.
But I feel like Omos sold it a lot better than what Raquel's doing.
She don't know how to play the big person.
And it's also because it's so fat. Like, and I hate doing this, guys. Like, but women's matches are so by the book, by the number. You know what I'm saying? It's like
so rehearsed.
To the point, it's like they try their best not to talk, but sometimes they might need to talk. They don't need to talk like Cena, no. They don't need to talk like Charlotte, no.
Please don't.
But they need to talk in some safe fashion. You know what I mean? It's for the fact it's like you see so many pauses in between their moves. Like again, when Lyra had I don't want to say Raquel and Lyra were doing something like off the top rope. Lyra went for like a DDT on Liv or did something against Liv. Right there is an instant moment. It was a big pause in between that. You could see it. It was like You know what I mean? Like it's just it's not as smooth as you want it to be.
Right.
But I definitely seen them dropping the titles to Liv in Raquel again.
So this is what I didn't like. I don't like playing hot potato with the belts like this.
I know what you mean. Yep, I don't either. I mean, what's the point of having them winning on the weekend if you just want to take it back from the day after?
Literally the next day.
I mean, if that was the case, you could have just had this moment last night.
Right. And that's what I'm getting at. If you was going to turn the way you turned on her, it would have got a bigger reaction doing it last night, in my opinion.
It also would have had a bigger reaction if you didn't keep walking out the ring to walk back in, to walk back out, to walk back. You just did everything out once.
Yeah.
I didn't like that part though.
It looked like she was confused. Like she didn't know she wanted to do it or not.
And I text you too. I'm like, I understand and get the heel turn. I called the heel turn.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, but then it's just like, why the hell you keep walking out? Just fuck her up.
Just do it.
But then again, Lyra, why aren't you defending yourself after the first attack? In shock or not, after you hit me the first time, and you come back for more,
it's on.
You came back in for more. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up.
I'm gonna defend myself.
Let me tighten up real quick, cause like fuck all that fandom, that mentor shit. That's we from Ireland, all that shit. That we're natives of that country and all that. Nah, fuck all that. Fuck all that. Ain't no haggis going down with us. We ain't sharing haggis. We ain't sharing the pint. You know, none of that, mate. None of that, lad. I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna blow the Viking horn and fuck you up. And that's what she should have did. For Becky to go out the ring 2 times and Lyra not do anything killed me.
Nah, it wasn't.
It killed me.
It didn't make sense. So now with Becky going heel, and I text you, man, you was texting. Man, you probably text more than any show, this whole show, I think. Mm-hmm. I said I would love to see her join her husband. Just make a heel action.
I mean, that would make sense because again, it would just kind of give the woman, it would give Paul the woman that he could definitely deserve. Again, if you go back to when, I'm trying to think about it. Was Seth a heel? Seth wasn't a heel when Becky was.
No, they've never been heel together.
Right. You can actually make that work. Make it work to the point. Again, I always felt as though that when Paul had Brock, he should have brought Ronda in.
That would have been crazy.
That would have been great for Ronda too, because she never had to talk. You know what I mean? But it never happened. Now with this one, you have them go into it. Of course, they're gonna start wearing flashy, freaky, I'm in your closet bullshit. No did. You know what I'm saying? But you do that, you add Paul, and like, you know what I mean? You just again, Becky don't got to talk. No. She's the man. She don't want to talk. And I also feel as though like that right there, that should be changed. I feel like the man gimmick is over.
Yeah, we get into that. We get into that. As you know,
You know what I mean?
let the story progress a little bit more on TV because they're not even together yet on TV as a faction. But
No. I mean, like that. Yeah, but I'm saying, like, I just feel like Becky's whole demand, that whole shtick should be done. I feel like it should be over. I do feel as though, like, if Bayley didn't, I do appreciate them mentioning Bayley tonight for sure, and informing us about her injury,
quote unquote,
saying she could be out for a while. But I feel as though, like, if Bayley didn't get hurt, this would have been Bayley tonight.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I can see that.
This would have been Bayley tonight.
That was already heating up already because after they had the 1-on-1 match and she beat her,
exactly.
Then they came back
exactly.
to team. So yeah, you're right.
Exactly. And so I mean, like, it kind of built itself in a way. Speaks. So I mean, it would only make sense for it to go that way. But I will say it is great to see again Judgment Day holding gold.
Yes, a lot of it.
And then there's one person that does not.
We gonna get there.
Well, hold up. Two people.
Yeah, two people.
Two people.
Well, three people.
Because two people will be at this time of the night. At that time of the night, two people.
Okay.
Two people. Because we didn't know he was coming back.
Yeah, you're right.
So I mean, two people, and of course, Carlito's okay with it. Carlito said, "Hey, if we got it, we got it." It doesn't feel like we have it, but it feels cool. That was funny as shit. Yo, Carlito's backstage. Like I don't know who's funnier, him or Truth. But I'm telling you, it's Truth. Never mind.
Truth got it. I say Truth.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watched the Slammy Awards. Truth stole the Slammy Award, bro.
Truth's funny as fuck. Nah, definitely. Then we get the tag team champions.
New Day.
Excuse me. It's the Rusev Day.
Yo.
Nah.
I like it. I like the entrance. I actually texted Matt right before that. I said, "Yo, are we getting any fucking surprises tonight?" And he was like,
and I said, "Here we go. Like, it's getting dark out here."
I like the whole setup with the whole entrance. Like it fitting perfect, bro. Like it wasn't what we got before with the whole Rusev Day, but it was. I like it.
I will say for a second, when I first seen him showing up, I didn't know if he was going to come up with somebody else.
Oh, with Lana?
No, not even just Lana. I may have texted you Dragunov.
Yeah, Ilya Dragunov, yeah.
Because, again, then you have two people from Russia.
Going for the tag team championships. That'd have been dope.
It would have been dope. Not to say that it still can't happen.
True.
Because shit, I mean, let's be honest. I'm gonna just throw it out there, right? Say if you put in you add them with Gunther,
Rusev, Ilya Dragunov, and what's my boy name?
Ludwig Kaiser.
It's a nice faction. It's a nice
faction. Yeah. You go back to a 4-man Imperium group.
You got the Big Brute and what's it called? And Rusev.
But you got a couple brutes, so that's a
thing. No. I mean, no. I'm just saying. But if you look at it, Gunther is the puppet master, so he's the top of all top. Right. You had a Big Brute in Rusev. You have Ilya Dragunov, who's an animal in the ring, like, and then
dog.
Don't sleep on Ludwig Kaiser. So yeah, I mean, that's a nice. And then Lana being a Russian princess on the side. I like it. I like it. I like it.
Hey. Just wait on it. But yeah, either way, but seeing him attack, I like when he got in the ring, I'm like, all right.
At first, I thought
he's not attacking New Day.
I thought he was third. I thought he was gonna be the third man in New Day, bro.
Nah,
I did, bro.
Nah. But I will say, even before we kind of got him out there, who's the one thing the one person that really stood out to me tonight was freaking Maxine Dupree.
Oh yeah, you said she getting that black ding dong.
I mean, we all know that anyway from LFG. But at the same time, it definitely seemed like she was more of a prominent figure tonight.
She stood out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, usually you'll hear Otis say something, but you didn't really hear Otis say too much today.
Nah, she stood out. She stood out when she was on the microphone.
And cut the right program, right? So then you get Rusev, and all of a sudden now it makes it more interesting because then he attacks the Alpha Academy, right? So and what I say to you, I said, oh, we're definitely gonna get a Lana versus Maxine match.
Yeah, I ain't mad. I'm not truly mad at it, even though Lana
I'm not mad at it
ain't
either.
the best in the ring,
but neither is Maxine, right?
Yeah. Kofi Kingston, go to the doctors, bro.
Oh, you funny as shit for that.
Go to the doctors, bro.
The moment when you mentioned it, I really try to stare and try to look.
Kofi Kingston, go to the doctors.
Hey, bro. Yo, we was like Jamal and Silas on how high. I said, yo, that shit on your lip got some shit on your lip. Like,
I ain't even gonna say no more about that.
bro,
On to the next, bro.
Bro, that shit was funny as fuck.
That shit nasty looking.
That shit was funny as fuck. EO. I text you tonight. I was trying to think who's gonna feud with her.
I like this though.
I like this too.
I told you this is gonna be a good ass match. It was a good ass match until the interferences, bro.
I'm not mad at the interferences though, because it ties into the NXT tomorrow.
Right.
But I will say this. I feel as though the crowd didn't appreciate this match as much as they should have. And I don't like them for that.
See, that's another thing where when you just debuting somebody onto the card, that a lot of people don't watch NXT. Some people only stick with SmackDown and Raw, bro.
Understood.
So when you're introducing the NXT women's champion, she has don't get it wrong, she has an amazing look, like with the horns.
She had aura, like she definitely carried aura.
But when you don't really introduce her like that, it's hard. It's hard, especially a woman.
It's always gonna be hard. I mean, it was tough for Ilya last year. You know what I mean? I was there live, and when I seen, I'm like, oh, I fuck with this guy. Like, I fuck with him. But it was like, it didn't necessarily do what it should have done. You know what I mean? And that was, it's like, did it leave an impact the way it should have?
Right.
I feel like the entrance, maybe they add more to her entrance. But at the same time, I don't really think they should. But skip all that. Like, the match was solid. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I like EO's promo.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, not the best English speaker, but I EO.
It's passionate though. It's passionate.
It is weird though that quietly Damage Control has ended.
I mean, yeah, I had no choice.
But you get what I'm saying? Like, it quietly happened. I mean, granted, we all know somebody who just can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, girl just can't stay healthy, dog. She get injured every other fucking round, like, in the ring. But, and then, of course, Asuka's going to be getting healthy. I don't necessarily know what they're doing with Kairi Sane. But at the same time, it's like the fact they really quietly have left the face of Earth. You know what I mean? Well, at least Kairi Sane, you don't really see her as much as you want to.
Right.
And you don't see them alongside EO. But not a great match. Of course, you know, we got the, well, I think they call it the Devil's Kiss. That's what Brooklyn wants to call it. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. That sounds funny as shit. I mean, it's a great move. And Stephanie looked great. They promoted her match with Roxanne. The moment they did that, I already knew where it was about to go.
Yeah, I mean, you knew the interference was coming. They promoting the show tomorrow, so.
Yep. And you just kind of knew where it was going to go. But I was surprised to see Julia come out.
Why? They tag team.
They are?
Yeah.
I missed that. No, it was Cora Jade.
I'm pretty sure they said it
Yeah.
on their tag team, bro.
Nah, it's Cora Jade was her tag team partner just Saturday.
Okay.
I'm with you though. Either way, it's cool. It's cool. But what kind of threw me off was seeing Rhea come out.
All right, listen. I'm going to shoot on Rhea just a little bit. You want the attention so much right now. She just want the attention, bro. She wanted to show off the black eye, bro. Rhea is attention. Don't get it wrong. She deserves what she get. But you coming out tonight,
It didn't make sense.
right? And then you just taking the belt, looking at EO. Like, we know you still want your title shot.
Right.
And Bianca gonna come out and probably say the same thing too. Everybody gonna want their one-on-one shot against her. Because it's not fair to have it was a triple threat.
Hear me out, Dave. I think Bianca's about to go into that feud with Jade or Naomi. Because her not getting the belt keeps her on SmackDown. And she got unfinished business there. She couldn't handle it. She couldn't necessarily address it as much because she won the Elimination Chamber. She was focused on championship. Now the championship's not in her picture. She had to go clean that shit up.
No, I understand that. That makes sense. Yeah. But I'm saying she's going to cry and complain that the reason why she didn't win because it wasn't a one-on-one match. I mean, that's the same thing Rhea going to say as well.
Oh, of course, yes. I mean, plus, like they said, Rhea never beat Io.
So, before we go on to the next segment, I got one thing I want to shoot on, and some people might not like me, but for this because this person's in a wheelchair, but I don't give a fuck. Lex Luger, you did not come to WrestleMania because you decided to go to WrestleCon. I don't like that, bro.
He said that?
Yes. He said he went to WrestleCon because he would get paid more than showing up to WrestleMania. Remember, Lex Luger, this is why it took you for so long to get into the WWE Hall of Fame because you left WWE to go to WCW without telling them. Some of the same faults still come around with you when it comes to certain things. Come on, good brother. Come on.
I mean, we all know your homie was there.
Yeah, I mean, you was there to see the Wolfpack Sting.
Big Papa Sting.
Yeah, the Wolfpack Sting. He was red face this week.
He was both. Big Papa Sting.
I'm talking about when they took the picture with him and Lex. He had the Wolfpack on.
No, he had both. Look. I think one night he did this, the other night he did that.
No, I'm not arguing. I'm saying the picture that they took together, he was Wolfpack Sting.
Yeah, big Papa Sting.
Yeah, so
that fucking tough beard.
Yeah, bro. So you gotta just relax when it comes to that, bro. Like you committed to WWE, going to the Hall of Fame.
Take your files and be all right with it.
Yeah, to see it all the way through.
Yeah.
You ain't even get a chance to get in front of the 61,000 fans. So, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, man. Come on, Lex.
Come on, man. But back to the show. I just don't be liking that shit. Like, you cried about not being in the Hall of Fame for so many years, and you know they held that against you for you wrestling on the pay-per-view for WWF, and then the next night you showed up at Nitro, the Mall of America, the first show. Like, you know that they hold that shit against you, and then you turn around and basically do the same shit again.
You know what they can't hold against somebody anymore?
What's that?
Jey Uso punched his ticket.
Yeet.
Yeet. Can I get a yeet? Can everybody bow our heads and give a yeet? Yeet.
I text Matt this before we get into it. The Yeet Dance
it exposes a lot of people.
It exposes some people with no pigment in their skin. They have no rhythm.
We already know y'all don't got rhythm. Y'all put y'all threes to y'all fours. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got it right. AKA Stone Cold with the New Day. Or Triple H with the New Day.
Yeah, you right. Yup.
Or Michael
Cole trying to eat every week.
Yeah, bro.
Pat, you can tell Pat has rhythm,
Or look,
or he's high all the time.
or old man Vince doing the spinneroonie.
I ain't gonna talk about that. But yeah,
I mean, nah, we can talk about that. You wanna know why? That's a prime example of what gave Vince the idea to put a do-rag on and say, and then it gets somebody upset, doesn't it?
what's up, my nigga?
And it gets who gets upset by that?
Man, well, I'm not talking about that company, bro.
Let's swerve back on over here, back over to the good old WWE.
Fuck Swerve.
See, I know how to get Dave out of pocket, just like he likes to get me out of pocket with fucking Dwayne shit. But yeah, Jey Uso came out. It cut a decent promo. Not mad at it. The video package they showed beforehand.
About to say that.
Boy,
Fire.
if only problem I have, they use motherfucking Macklemore.
Yeah.
They ain't had to do that.
But it was a dope ass promo.
Dope ass. Dave asked me saying like, who's gonna come out? Who will interrupt us? I had predicted some two people we're gonna talk about later on. But what we got was Sami. And we were both surprised as shit to see Sami there.
Well, I knew Sami was in Vegas because I watched the roast of WrestleMania. So Sami was up there on stage last night.
Where the fuck did you watch that?
I'll tell you off screen.
Okay, because they're not trying to broadcast that.
Yeah, I know. It was very, very, very
controversial.
And if you go back and watch Pat McAfee show, you think Paul Heyman was on 10 to this morning?
Oh, he was on. Oh, I heard he was cutting the fuck up that night. Guns blazing. John Wicking it out there, bro.
I mean, I know we're talking about Jay, but hold on. We're gonna talk about the roast just a little bit. He went on Braun Strowman and told him, "You're not."
Oh yeah, he told me he sucks.
That's why you're not on main event.
That's why you're not. Yeah, he said Braun Strowman was crying. He said that on the show.
Yeah.
On Pat McAfee show, he's like, yeah, bro, like Braun Strowman crying. He's not in the WrestleMania card. You suck.
But no,
you suck.
You have to
expect.
What I'm saying, you have to watch the way he did it. And
shit.
Like he said, he really came at the Miz and them. But everybody else who wasn't WWE like personnel, he was John Moran. He was throwing grenades and shooting at everybody. He didn't give a fuck. That's why Pat was like, "You should do this more often." It was perfect.
Yeah. Did he say he kind of showed up the host?
Yeah. Oh, did he?
Yeah.
You know it's crazy when you know it's crazy when Paul Heyman calls somebody else a fat ass.
Yeah.
He called him a new one.
Yeah.
But nah, he was on Cloud 3000 last night.
That's funny as shit.
But that was Paul.
But nah, back to this segment. This was good. This was a good video package. Good way to do this. I liked it. So when Sami came out, we were both surprised.
And what's the first thing we both said? Heel Sami.
Has to.
It looked like he wanted to. It just...
Man, it reeked of it. It reeked of a heel turn tonight.
Bro, they both went up on the turnbuckle.
I knew something was up.
And he kept looking, and then he came down first, and he was standing there looking at it. I'm like, yo, he about to haluva kick him or something. It was so many times the
hugged him.
So many times the haluva kick could have hit Kane. Then when Big Jim came out, I knew nothing wasn't gonna happen then. I already know.
Shit, no. I ain't stopped. I ain't stopped then. I ain't gonna text you it. I ain't stopped. I'm like, man, look. I seen Jay get out the ring first. I'm like,
you gonna attack Jim? Nah, I thought I ain't.
I'm like something. It's the way they kept cutting this fucking cameras. Then I'm like, all right, well, original bloodline right here. Is Roman gonna come out?
That would have been dope.
You know what I'm saying?
That would have been dope.
That would have been cool as shit.
Roman however, that would have been dope.
But then I was also thinking in my head, just hear me out. I know Roman doesn't want that title. He doesn't need a title. But say he came out and looked at Jay's title.
We know that's a step down for him.
That's what I said. But would that bring that title a step up?
I mean, in a way, because it's Roman, yes. It's going to, because it's Roman.
And that's what I mean. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. No, it doesn't happen.
Nah.
But it's just wishful thinking. In a parallel universe. Let's just say that.
Right.
In a parallel universe, Roman comes out and he does that. But I definitely smelled. Like you couldn't tell me. You couldn't tell me that Sami wasn't about to do some shit. I swapping down.
Sami gave off the nervous vibes the whole time. Like he was just itching to. I want. Then he was like, "Oh, just hold back." He's held it back.
He said, "I missed Mania, but I want to be the first person to come out here and say this to you. Why couldn't you just been backstage?"
Facts. And you was backstage.
Why couldn't you tell me that?
He said he wanted to be
Why couldn't you come out with Jimmy?
That would have been a dope ass moment.
If you my right hand man, you was the one that believed in me from the rip. When I first came to Raw, you were the reason why I turned my back on Roman. Why wouldn't you? And right there is the story itself. I told Dave, I said that video package they showed right there. I mean, not that video package. That shot of Sami looking at Jay on the turnbuckle is going to be used.
Yeah, for later on. Yeah, hell yeah.
Has to be. And again, they're going to bring up that exact moment because that's what they're going to say. That's when Sami was really going to make a move. He would have made a move, but Jimmy came out and he didn't want to get jumped.
Yeah, I mean, that story going to be dope when it happens. Okay, so speaking of, who do you believe Jay's first challenger? You think it's Sami?
Now, that's a question. It very well could be. Sami doesn't make a bad choice, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's Finn. You know what I mean? Because Finn doesn't have any gold right now. He's not showing any full on cracks to turn. But I also don't rule out any other mid Carter. I feel like, and I text you this. Jay winning the title has opened the doors for those who don't necessarily, or who get overlooked by your headliners. So your Sami Zayns, your Chad Gables, your Pentas, your Jimmy Usos. All of them filter into that, and even Ludwig Kaiser filter into that mid Carter, the upper mid card, right? The upper mid card. Let's just say that the upper mid card. They're into that category where it's like, again, one match can elevate everything. You know what I mean? One match can put them into stardom.
Yeah, one match changes their trajectory.
Change their whole trajectory. Because again, they'll always mention how they contended or had a bullfight, a dog fight with the champion. Look at Logan Paul.
That could be very real the next challenger.
Or it could be Karrion Kross. Granted, Karrion Kross is going to do his program with AJ first.
I'm about to say he got to build that up a little bit.
But
I would like to see.
I would like to see it. I mean, I thought when he returned a couple years ago with the whole Drew McIntyre Roman Reigns program,
yeah,
that he was going to go at least get a shot, but they wound up going a different route. I also wouldn't rule out Sheamus.
Yeah, the Warrior been kind of quiet.
But no, definitely. That's what. Mind you, remember this is why I wanted Jay to win the title a long time ago. Like I feel like Jay should have won it against Roman, and we would have had these doors a lot earlier. We would have had these talks a lot earlier.
Yeah, but not with the Universal though.
I don't see why not.
You had to
I would
like
I said, I would rather Jay have had the title than Cody.
Me and you both, and a lot of the real wrestling fans believe that Cody should have lost the belt the next night after he won it.
Yeah, he should have lost the fucking Rock, but that motherfucker just wanted to hold the shit to give it back to him, and then him a lighter motherfucker, then not show up the next fucking 9 months. Shows up here on Netflix, buddy, I'm gonna give you a hug and a kiss. Here. Drink some Terramana.
Which is not bad though. I like Terramana.
Hey Dave.
Matt, next segment. Next segment, brother.
Dom and Penta.
This was the main event match of the night.
Oh, well, before we get to that, can we talk about Gunther?
Oh yeah. I thought that. Oh yeah, that was okay. Yeah, you're right. That was
right before that match started. Right before the match started, come back from a commercial to see this motherfucker Gunther yelling at Michael Cole
and Pat. He was yelling on both.
And Pat,
mainly towards Michael though.
I knew it was about to go.
So this is the build up for William.
Yep.
This is the build up for Goldberg. Michael Cole's going to call Goldberg or Pat McAfee probably calling.
Bullying and all that stuff. You know, Goldberg don't like bullies.
Yeah. So I mean, it's
we need but I do like the fact that they are getting the announcers a little bit more intertwined.
So what you have to, when you have an entity like Pat McAfee, you have to utilize it. And then for WWE to help them put on that on that big night that they had in Pittsburgh a couple weeks ago, WWE production was all behind that. So this is the way of him returning back the favor. Think about it. They was on Friday. They was on today. People tune into Pat McAfee. And because you can, it's just like coming on our show. You can say what the fuck you want to say.
Yeah.
So this is the perfect way to build up Goldberg, and they don't got to use their TV time, bro, because he's going to be on the Pat McAfee show. He's going to do certain things. Michael Cole, you know how they are. Them two are when they on the Pat McAfee show. Michael Cole becoming the coolest motherfucker in the world, bro. All of a sudden, once the crazy McMahon left, Michael Cole personality is blossoming. Like,
but I'm saying it also is big attest to Pat. Triple H and Pat's relationship, because again, without Pat having the green light to do, say some of the shit that he say some of the shit he says, Michael Cole was still been cookie cutterish. Let's be honest.
No, you absolutely right.
He wouldn't have been able to push it the way he likes to push it.
Yeah, because Pat pushed it. No, did he? Even when Vince was there, he didn't give a fuck.
Right, but he really got lifted off once. Yeah, he left.
Once he left, but I'm saying you can still see Pat wasn't listening to Vince McMahon in his ear. He didn't give a fuck.
Oh fuck no! I think he listened to Triple H.
Yeah, he didn't care.
No,
I mean Pat making crazy money from ESPN. So, bro, you gonna fire me? I'm still straight.
Right. Nah, for sure. I mean, shit. Just talk about the show. Part I seen on the show is pretty funny, pretty fucking funny. It's puff puff pass, not puff puff
gummy
puff gummy
puff.
Yeah, funny as fuck, dog.
Everybody get comfortable in that. Even like I said, even with Cena still not trying to talk about his character as much, he talked about his hair transplant. I mean, come on, like who the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, come on. Yeah. Now, Cena, you should have got it done last summer, so by Mania you'd have been good. But hey, you still learning some things too, brother.
No, sorry.
It wasn't as bad as it normally is.
No. You just gotta stop. What you gotta stop doing? You gotta stop brushing his hair backwards. You gotta stop combing the hair backwards, bro. Because you do that shit, that's the reason why your hair's falling out. I know this because my dad does it. And my dad is losing his hair. Yeah, good spot in the back. But yeah, so that happened, and of course,
Well, he choked out Pat.
Gunther choked out Michael at first. I'm saying, but then he gets broken up by Pat, and they choked the shit out of Pat.
Yeah, Pat played it off pretty good.
And the whole crew came out, tried to get in there. Now I will say this: they fucked up because they tried to stop all Pat's people, but they ain't trying to stop Gunther from choking his motherfucker out.
Yeah,
Gregory Hurricane Helms, you ain't do too much by just grabbing his own forearm and letting go. Come on, bro.
Yeah, I mean, to try to break it up, they didn't have the right people in there.
No. Jason Jordan jumped around like an idiot. Like
they didn't know what to do. It was a weird angle because where they did it outside the ring, so you can't really get behind Gunther and there's certain things. But hey, like I said, they playing this off perfect. Pat went to the back, went to the medical
room.
Yeah, and then Michael Cole, I'm a soldier. He ain't gonna stop me from announcing the day after WrestleMania. And he goes back out.
I fuck with that. That was tough.
That
was tough.
Yeah, show his character. So Michael comes back out.
Him and Joe.
Now Joe, listen, me and Matt always loved Joe. I always loved Joe even when he did boxing. A lot of people don't know he was a fight night in the game. Fight night. He's the voice of fight night.
Yep.
But Joe and Michael calling this match was perfect, yo.
I could see them doing it next week too.
And be honest with you, we love Pat. Sometimes he takes away from me because he's going overboard about something else.
But that's the thing with color commentary. I feel like that is what they're supposed to do, but at the same time, it's I agree with you. Sometimes it just goes a little too far.
Yeah.
It's much like Booker.
Booker know when to lay out, though.
Does he?
He does. Booker know when to lay out.
All right, he knows what to lay out. He just don't know what the fuck to be saying.
Okay, I agree with that. Now, when he's supposed to talk, it don't make sense sometimes. Quacky, shock that.
Yeah. He'll run off some bullshit. Like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Right.
Stop.
But he knows when to lay out and let the play-by-play do his thing.
Yeah. But then he oversells it any other time, just like he does on LFG.
It's Booker. That's why I hear you. He's the best king. He's the best king of all kings.
I really don't know how he gets along with Bubba and Undertaker.
I think they tolerate him.
You're right. You're right.
I think they.
But yeah, so he gets choked out, gets taken back into the thing. We get Joe and Michael for the main event. Penta versus Dom Mysterio.
Dirty Dom.
Dirty Dom.
Mysterio Guerrero.
Hey yo, he's the best Mysterio ever. The greatest Mysterio ever.
He said holding two legs. He holding the Mysterio and the Guerrero.
Boy, let me tell you, that motherfucker's been smoking it since yesterday, dog.
He enjoying this, bro.
I'm enjoying it too, though.
I like it. Dom grew on me, bro.
This motherfucker said, I know what you meant. This motherfucker said he just didn't want to take the mask off because like Jim Carrey, dog. He said, I got some handsome faces. Like, no, I don't want to go. I said, bro, what? He's fucking gold.
Yeah, he was golded. He golded.
Yeah, he said, I'm so happy my deadbeat dad getting to get the show at WrestleMania.
For him to turn around and say, I'm a 20-year veteran, crazy. Dom said, I'm a 20-year vet. What, nigga?
Yo, but he is.
Bro, shut the hell up.
Bro, you think about that. Think about it.
He ain't been wrestling since he was 8, man.
He ain't wrong. He been on TV. He ain't wrong.
Okay, being on TV and wrestling ain't the same, dog.
But you remember that rivalry, that program well and vivid.
Dom, you're not a 20-year vet, brother.
Hey, yo, he went even further and kept saying, I'm the greatest Intercontinental Champion ever. And looked at Big E like 5 times, dog. I said, this motherfucker's a menace.
He looked at him, shook his head.
A menace, dog. I fuck with Dom.
And then for Cena to put him over too on Pat McAfee show this morning.
Say he'll be greater than his dad was. Now that I agree.
I don't.
You want to know why I say that? Like as even as Ray, I would probably want that. I would probably love to hear that. You know what I mean? Because you always want your son to be better than you.
Right, that's natural.
But I'm saying like Dom has for it to only be 5 years. Dom has elevated a lot. Character progression has flourished. He's not going to be the biggest Nepo baby. No. He will be one of them. But I love the fact that this happened. Though. I love everything that's going on.
He won't be greater than his daddy. His dad is considered one of the greatest luchadors of all time.
Understood.
And we talking about that's what Mexico across the world. He's top 5. He can't beat his daddy.
All right. We'll see.
He will have a better. I will agree with this. He will have a better WWE run than his dad did.
Of course. No. That's for sure.
I'm not going to argue
for sure.
with that.
I mean, at like so Dom will wind up going down as one of the best second generation stars.
For sure. I'm not arguing that.
Talking about, is he second or is he third? He might be third. He's third.
No, because that was Rey Mysterio uncle that he was named after, not his dad.
You're right.
But it's still generational. But still generational. You're right. It's still generational.
So third generation. Right. Yeah. So he'll be one of the greats. With that for sure. But I will say I hate having this conversation very early.
Yeah.
It is very early for us to have this conversation.
Yeah.
But he's
showing promise like I'm.
He's showing stardom for sure.
Yeah, I'll give him that all day.
Give him that for sure.
But yeah, your daddy no.
So with this match, of course, I actually like this match a lot. Like a lot. I feel like him and Penta have good chemistry for the most part. The way the only part that I didn't like was JD's return.
Okay, so I got a couple things to say about JD's return. I believe Dom, in the back of his mind, thought Finn was going to trade on him, so that's why he put the phone call into JD to come.
Very well. Very
Insurance.
Yeah.
Insurance.
It's for insurance.
Especially when you make a statement in the back. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Mm-hmm. So meaning that's why I told Matt, like before JD even came, I said I think Penta gonna win it because of what Finn said.
Mm-hmm.
But shout out to Dominik for thinking, or Liv. It's probably Liv and Story that made that phone call to get JD back in and help out.
Yeah. I mean, we does JD turn on Finn? Or does he follow Finn?
I don't think he followed Finn if he helped out Dom.
What if he just did it just to do it?
This is why we say we like this because storylines are developing.
Mm-hmm.
And I really can't say either way.
Right. We all know Judgment Day is going to break up. We know that for sure. There's no way around that. As I was saying, this is probably the 4th rendition of the Judgment Day.
Crazy
as hell. Because the original was just Edge and Damian Priest. Then they added Rhea Ripley.
I would say
it's like the 4th rendition of it.
For me to really call anything a faction, it got to be more than 2 people.
Okay, but like I said, so even better. So I'm saying again, it's still like the 4th rendition because again you had.
I'm not arguing that, but I'm saying I don't really say it with Damian and Edge was the. You got to throw Rhea in there. Then that's when the 1st rendition to me.
So that's with the faction. Then all of a sudden they added Finn to get rid of Edge.
Right.
From then on, they wound up seeking their teeth into getting Dom. Right. After Dom, you get JD.
Mm-hmm.
From JD, you get Carlito. Right? From then, you get R-Truth. I'm joking. But you get you wind up getting rid of Dom and Rhea. I mean Damian and Rhea. You bring in Liv Morgan. You bring in Raquel. You know what I'm saying? It's like the fourth rendition of it.
Oh yeah, I agree with you on that.
And to only believe that it's only been 3 years. No, I'm sorry. It's only been 2 years since Edge has been removed from it. 2 years ago, because they fought at 39.
Yeah.
Edge and Finn, they fought at 39. Which again, just it's crazy as shit because it happened just a little bit before that. But yeah, you definitely see the cracks coming. I just don't know when they pull the trigger on it, but it's not gonna sit well with Finn to not have gold and everybody else has gold.
Hell no.
That ain't gonna sit well with him. And he's supposed to be the leader, right? So I mean, not a bad match though. Not a bad match. It's just again, it was just could have been a little bit more. But what's funny is you text me during this match.
Yeah. Because I thought the show was...
Dave started looking at the time. He started looking at the time. He said, motherfucker, this don't seem right.
That ain't what they told me earlier.
Yeah, this don't seem right. He's like, we still get Paul? I said, yeah, they run to 11. They got to run to 11 tonight. There's no way they don't run to 11 tonight. Would it be in the Raw after?
And they promoted it on the Pat McAfee like a motherfucker show.
They also said it on the ticker at the bottom that still to come, Seth and Paul. And boy, oh boy,
we got the yellow suit wearing motherfucker.
A yellow suit. Somebody stop me. Smoking. That rendition of Seth Rollins.
Seth freaking Rollins.
Seth freaking Rollins. Who cut a great promo.
For sure.
Because I like how he did the low tone talk.
Make you listen.
I am a visionary. I'm a visionary. I am a revolutionary. I stole the wise man from Roman. I stole the best friend from Punk. I am Seth. Freaking fire. Fire.
I mean, everything you expected him to say.
Yeah, of course. And I thought we were gonna get Paul to talk tonight. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Nah, I didn't think we were getting Paul talking because you knew
he did too much talking earlier.
That I ain't gonna no. We knew CM Punk was coming out for blood.
Yeah, because he was there earlier. They showed him coming up the show.
And I had a feeling that Roman was there as well. I mean,
I did too. Cause I'm just like, again, it don't like they can't just have him and then have him not show up when he's already been in Vegas.
Right. But I mean, think about last year. He never showed up after he lost neither. But
that was the reason why.
Yeah. But so, I mean, Punk coming out and everything always go back to that damn Paul Heyman. And when he got his hands on Paul, it all falls apart for him.
Mm-hmm.
And as they sitting there, bashing in their glory, the music hits and the crowd goes crazy.
No. Mind you, they showed the credits first.
Yeah, they hit us with the old school
motherfuckers. When they say, "Go ahead, turn it off." Turn it off. Then
they hit us with the old school NXT joint back in the day. That was Paul Heyman. That was Triple H Sting. Hit us with the credits. Hit us with that. So we think the show is over. And of course, we got another 5 minutes.
That Marvel, that shit he learned that from Marvel. So they out here always do shit after the post credits.
That Marvel
post credit scene.
Fast and the Furious, really, for real. That was the real first one to really start doing that shit.
Them motherfuckers.
I'm talking about I'm talking about the early movies. I ain't talking about
you talking about 01 and all that shit.
Yeah, I ain't talking about the flying cars in space.
But yeah, I seen that. So I seen him get that shit off, that spear off. Out here about to go get Heyman. I knew something was going to happen though, because again, it's the way they had the camera cut.
Perfect angles too. Perfect angle in on that camera because it made you think that he was going to spear Seth.
You want to hear the bullshit?
What?
I thought in the hood he was fucking Solo. I'm like, oh, you.
Nah.
It was a fact again. That's how Solo always came out and did his shit.
No,
But then
I know
I
it
seen the
was
fucking sneakers. Seen the motherfucking sneaker. I said, "Oh nah, it's this motherfucking, it's the Mad Dog." Oof. Holy shit.
Paul Heyman kind of gave it away earlier
Yes, he did.
when he kept saying, "Well, I just go find somebody bigger and stronger."
I mean, the other thing is they always said to Heyman, they said, "Yo, you're going up. What do you expect from Punk and Roman?" I said, "Seth ain't gonna necessarily beat. There ain't enough bodies. They ain't enough bodies to go against those two. You got some trouble at you."
I'm gonna go find some more help.
Yeah. I mean, originally, like Pat's crew was actually out here offering services, basically.
Yeah, they said, "I'm gonna need more than me, brother. You gonna need
Right. The way they gonna be coming through here, bro. Nah, I don't want no parts. No
And the
parts of that.
crowd just kept barking, and it just seemed like honestly the right thing with him losing his championship to Dom.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah.
It just seemed like the right thing because if not, he would have been in what the fuck limbo.
Yes.
So now he's up there with Seth Rollins, who eventually will.
He's in the main event card,
Right, that's what I'm saying. Who eventually probably get Jay for the title eventually. And he gets that he gets that rub of the the faction of being a part of the Paul Heyman crew, whatever they want to call themselves. Shit, I don't give a fuck.
Right now, he's definitely the enforcer for sure.
Yeah.
But I will say it hurt my feelings to see him run around that fucking ring. I said, damn, Roman, get the fuck out of there now. Move, my nigga. Move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for him to drag Roman back into the ring, and they sitting there, and he told Roman, "This is going to be you in a minute," and he stomp Punk
again.
Yes. And then did Roman. And now you got the
battle of the egos, though, for sure. Like you're gonna have some egos clashing between Punk and Roman to team together.
Yeah, we're gonna shoot a little bit. Let's end this up though. So, what you think about this Monday Night Raw?
Monday Night Raw was actually man. Look, give me an A.
Listen, I know I'm a tough grader when it comes to grading these shows, but tonight is an A. Anytime you got me on the edge and you got me entertained and I'm actually into the show and it's like Matt said, like we said at the beginning of the show, a lot of storylines going different ways.
Yep.
Rusev is back. You got the NXT girls coming up. It's just I like it wasn't too much, but it was just enough. Mm-hmm. JD coming back after puncturing his lung. And then Breaker is getting that main event push that we all believe that he should have. So this show here definitely gets an A in my book. Matt gives it an A. So we are agreeing on this.
I'm excited to see what's going to happen on Friday now. Even more.
The pressure's on Friday.
And they're probably going to run up till 11:00 for that too.
That's fine. But the pressure's definitely on Friday. Where we going to get it, and I don't know if we said this on the show or right before the show. We're going to get Roman and CM Punk tagging against each other against Seth and Breaker. We're going to get that tag team match.
No, for sure. Like you have to. It's too much aura not to.
But when do we get it? That's the question.
When
do we get it in 3 weeks?
Do we get that? You honestly want to know what we might get in 3 weeks? We might get a Punk versus Roman match in 3 weeks. 1-on-1. Or fuck that. I'm sorry. That'll be SummerSlam. We'll get the tag match. We'll get the tag match.
At Backlash?
Yes.
that backlash card gonna stack then.
Yes, we'll get that at Backlash, and what it'll do, it'll build more tension between those two because their egos. They'll be like, "Well, it was your fault. It was your fault," which will lead into them having a match later on in the year.
Okay. All right.
How do you keep both of them off during that time? Is a question. Because like, what do you get them involved with? And I'm lying. I'm saying this shit, but it's like you could definitely have him go against Breaker or go against Seth, like individually. You know what I'm saying? But you definitely would want a big marquee match, like a Punk versus Roman at a SummerSlam, especially 2 nights.
But say a 2-night SummerSlam for sure.
2-night SummerSlam.
Nah, they definitely got me excited for this. We got the Cena countdown days too as well.
The motherfucker said it was 38 days, 38 dates.
No, it's less than that now. It's like 27 now.
You know, it'd be funny if it was 17.
That would be diabolical. When it is 17, he's going to. No, when it's 17, he's going to gloat on it.
Gloat. Yes, he is. As he should, though.
I won't go back to Pat McAfee show a little bit. Go ahead. Because this fucking Paul Heyman looked at Michael Cole and said, "You going to Jacksonville anytime soon?"
Ooh. But what's really funny is the fact that he really called him JR's lackey.
Yeah. We should.
But then, like, but Michael took his gloves off too. He started fighting too. He fought back. He said, "But it's funny you sit there and say that, but you're the one that basically Big Meat and Taz for having this spot.
Right.
You advocated for us to get in that spot."
And then Paul came back and said,
really,
are you gonna say thank you?
Right.
I mean, you're dealing with a quick-witted motherfucker like Paul Heyman. But Michael Cole, like you said, he showed that he's not going to back down, and he's going to fire back. And people
he kept that same attitude tonight. But yeah,
and people don't realize Michael Cole was literally a journalist. Like that's what he do. Like so,
right? No, fact.
That's what he's. I mean, so that's the good stuff about it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for him to bring up Jacksonville's crazy. I say, yo,
low key diabolical.
Nah, Paul was just diabolical all night. I can't wait for to watch the other show. I can't watch the other show when the basketball game come off. I want to see if he talks about his own issues he has. Yeah. So.
That guy.
We gonna see. We gonna see if he brings it up or he avoids it.
Shit, you gonna get him in the ring?
Who? Hey, who in the ring?
Shay ever go get in the ring?
Fuck no. Shannon Sharp ain't in the ring. He gonna get it in the court ring, goddamn
it. Stephen A. Go get in the ring?
Stephen A. say he wants to be a manager. I could see him being a No Diddy, a good mouthpiece. I can see him being a manager. A good mouthpiece, No Diddy.
Yeah. He'll be better than MVP.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That bullshit they got going over there with the Hurt Syndicate is...
Hurt Syndicate. Y'all hear that? The Syndicate. Sounds like bad business to me. Sounds like it's hurting business to me.
Man, listen. Another thing that happened over this weekend, man, Matt talked about this. I don't know if we talked about it yesterday. I don't think we did because we was tired of shit.
What?
Sabu, 60-year-old grandpa.
Yeah, we mentioned it yesterday. Now that part I do remember. Now if y'all watch the show, pay attention to yesterday, y'all see I was a little fatigued yesterday. It was pretty exciting yesterday, so it was a pretty good weekend. I was pretty much beat, but in the same time, like I said, now we talk about Sabu. I gotta mention Sabu. Yeah, that motherfucker needed to stop.
Okay, Sabu was one, and Butterbean versus who the fuck did he face? Muda? Was it Muda? I think it was a Great Muda. Bro, that shit was crazy as hell. Hey yo, David Meltzer. I know you've been covering wrestling as long as I've been alive.
Why you didn't cover that?
No, he did cover it. He gave it a 4.5. He gave it a 4.5 stars.
Oh fuck no. But you be out here lowballing everybody else's match, no did?
Butterbean is 60. Another grandpa. The Great Muda. If it wasn't the Great Muda, it was somebody from overseas. I think it was a Great Muda. It was the same. That was the same pay-per-view All that shit happened on the same pay-per-view.
Is that the one that Sandman was Sandman at this one too?
Yes, they all
that motherfucker. That motherfucker looked pregnant as hell in the stands.
Matt said he 9 months pregnant.
Word. I said, what the fuck? I said, no, bro.
Yeah, all that happened at the same pay-per-view. It was like the Ben Gay reunion.
Yep.
I mean, whoever put that on
Ben Gay regime.
Yeah, whoever put that on, you should be. I don't know.
Except Sabu, he wasn't putting on no Ben Gay. That motherfucker trying to get some barbed wire on his fucking head. That motherfucker went to like a chicken coop, a chicken coop full of fucking barbed wire.
All right, so what was more cringy, that or Samantha Irvin singing during the match in a bar?
Bro, I don't understand that. I don't know. I'm still Sabu's cringier, yes, but I don't like hers. I can't even grade it on the cringy scale because it's just like I feel bad. I feel bad because she's literally like, and hear me out. They brought back Linda Garcia to basically replace Samantha.
Right.
3 months down the line, where's Linda? Where's Linda Garcia?
She's going to be the voice of all Saturday night main events from here on out.
Yeah, just Saturday night main events. Not saying the actual main events that come on Saturday, please, but yeah, just those. So she's just there for nostalgia purposes only. Smith, you could have kept your job.
You should have kept your job.
Samantha, I'm so sorry. The fact that I know you want to pursue your music career, and you still could have, perhaps, maybe. But I mean, at no point did anybody see you singing in a bar
as a referee
to make. I think she's only dressed up as. I think she used that platform as a musical. I think that's what she was doing. It was all like a musical. It's just like the act behind her, and she's delivering the music, the score for it. But at the same time, nah, come on now, come on home.
Listen, you went from being the ring announcer at main event of WrestleMania 40, crying when Cody completed his story,
and leaving that same year, bruh. It's the fact you just reminded me. It was literally just last year. Oh my god! All right, bro. Yeah. This is where I start crashing out. I start ready to pack up. Yeah, come on, let's get out of here.
But
Hold on.
She did it for her husband.
That's the problem.
We all know that's the problem.
Cause that motherfucker, man,
he ain't even getting no push over there. No, did he?
No, he ain't getting no push right now. Only push he getting is just being that weird black person right now. Let's be honest. That one you just like, you know what I'm saying? That black person you just don't trust around the crib because he likes too much anime. That's him.
Yeah. But she'll learn eventually, hopefully. If not, whatever.
She ain't gonna learn, man.
Keep putting out your music, Samantha. Your videos look okay. I mean, you're trying to shake something that you really don't have, but it's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Shout out to Ric Flair too, by the way. For all that bullshit he was saying about Cena not winning his 17th title reign. That motherfucker won it, all of a sudden Ric Flair started showing love on his damn Instagram. This motherfucker right here, I tell you.
Man, if it wasn't for Tony Khan being such a dickhead.
A dick.
Ric Flair would have been there. Sting would have been there. This weekend.
I think all of AEW would have been there. It's John Cena. He inspired half of that damn locker room, let's be honest.
Everybody but bitch ass Swerve.
Nah,
you're bad.
Booker T.
He would have woke up to whoop
Booker
that
T.
ass.
Yeah, Booker T would have came out. He was praying. He didn't whip his ass. He was praying.
Motherfucker, man, Triple H put everybody.
And they mentioned that shit. They didn't mention shit at the roast.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, I heard about that shit.
Oh, it's crazy, dog. Triple H put everybody. Him, Shawn Michaels put everybody. Him. So they blame Undertaker, Michelle McCool, Triple H, and HBK for putting everybody to sleep.
I believe it.
And if I'm the person who sat up and watched the whole damn, I didn't watch it. It was playing.
Yeah. Hey, yo,
I definitely had it.
the thing is, it's funny. It's funny. I'm out here talking about Booker T and everything like that, though, right? That was definitely my ass yesterday.
Hey, bro.
My ass. I'm like, yeah.
Hey, yo, if y'all know anything,
Word.
Matt pulled our grandmother on us. When she nodding off on the telephone.
Oh shit.
She gave you the That's our grandma right there, bro. You
lucky my arms were folded. I wasn't sitting there.
That's Mary Alice right there, bro.
Yeah. All right. Boy.
That's our grandma right there. Matt pulled that off last night.
Boy,
But nah.
I gotta go watch the playback for that shit. That shit was too fucking funny. Just living it.
I listened to it, but I didn't watch it. So that's why I didn't when you told me whatever. But yeah, listen.
But y'all as the audience are gonna do both.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you're gonna miss this announcement. And Owen coming this weekend.
It's gonna be Sunday.
And I'm just saying this right now. The draft is Thursday.
Absolutely.
You motherfuckers just don't know.
I got so much material ready for this show. So much material. But
I know somebody that has material for me too, but at the same time, it's just about like 5 months too late. I ain't worried about it no more. Whoa.
Yeah. We get them on in the middle of the season. But with this being said, this is another Rock Boys Wrestling Podcast. I'm your boy Dave C.O. Coles.
The podcast Savage Matt. You already know what it is. I like that one.
And we'll catch y'all on Friday. Podcast Savage Matt. I like that too.